Taking forever. There you go. Yo, what's cracking, my people? Welcome to yet another episode of ADQ'S Renaissance. I'm your host with the most, keeping it 100 from coast to coast through God our boast, ADQ. It is Sunday, January the 10th. January 10th. It's Sunday, January 10th, 2021. Oh, yes, the brand new year is now 10 days old. Man, oh man, oh man. Only 355 more days until the new year. Right? Hey, I mean, shoot, the year goes by really fast. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Hope you all enjoy church, enjoy the mosque, enjoy whatever worshiping that you do and stuff. Today we have an incredible, inspirational episode for you all. Today we're gonna be chopping up with my little homie Kaleab Kurtz. Now I say little, not to defame, not in a defamatory way or any way. Little as in I am almost 20 years younger than this young man. He is a very creative and ingenious young man. Why do I have him on? Is because here in 2021, this is the year of the grind. You know what I'm saying? And we need to hear some success stories to get about our COVID stool or whatever, and really get out there and get the glory that God has for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got him on and stuff. Not only that, but I am very intrigued by the type of things that he is very much involved in. So if you are tuning in right now for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to monetize off y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Hit the subscribe button. You go through the entire ADQ YouTube channel. You're gonna see dope stuff. Because dope is what I do. So hit the subscribe button and check out all that I got going on, and stay tuned for all that I got coming up. Not only that, but check out Kaleb. And I'm about to tell you why. Here's why you should check out Kaleb. This young man, as we get into this young man is a North Carolina-based actor, screenwriter who has appeared in several independent films in the Netflix original series Stranger Things, and a guest judge at the RTHS Filmapalooza. And the Carnival of Darkness Haunted Film Festival. Has participated in the 48-hour film project. Yeah, I did a few of those things. And is the writer for the web series Into the Shadows. He is a member of the All Abilities Actors Legion. Shout out to them. And study at the Drama Center of Greensboro as in private workshops. Let me tell y'all some things that this young man has done. Stranger Things, Be Brave, 5 Days In, Poor Ghouls, Night of the Zombies, Book Lover. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about Book Lover in a minute. Gobble You Up, Unwrapped Christmas, the 31, Sid Roth's It's Supernatural. He is one of the stars of the critically acclaimed, award-winning television show Cycles, filmed and broadcast in South Carolina, in which he plays the character of Isaiah. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has had works selected as an official selection in the Liftoff Sessions at Pinewood Studios 2020 Film Festival and First Time Filmmakers Festival. By the way, this young brother is 16, y'all. He has appeared in the TSM Surviving Generation Z short films Last High and Belittle, and the screenwriter behind the shorts The Getaway, Shooter, The Arcade, and has been a special guest at the Carnival of Darkness. Like I have said, ladies and gentlemen, I first met this young brother 2 years ago. We were both doing the film Book Lover for the 48-hour film project, right? Met him, met his dad Chris. Great people, really salt of the earth, really down to earth and stuff. I found out what he got going on, and I was intrigued. I was dialed in. I saw his performance in the film that we did. I was like, oh, yo, this young man's going places. Seen him do things. And this young man actually came and saw my play time. Ladies and gentlemen, please, welcome to ADQ's Renaissance, Mr. Kaleab Kurtz. Kaleb, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Man, I'm blessed, black, and highly favored in these streets. How you doing?
I'm doing very well now.
Man, first of all, we got to give another shout out to you, man. The Yankees get, you know what I'm saying? I don't follow baseball, but when I do, I'm cheering for the Yankees just to make people mad. What's your connection to the Yankees?
My dad's a big Yankees fan. He lived in New York. He lived in Queens, and baseball's his thing. I really like these types of shirts. So I was like, I gotta get one of these. And then he suggested Yankees. So I was like, I heard a lot of good things about the Yankees. So I was like, okay, I'll pick the Yankees.
People hate the Yankees, you know what I'm saying? And that's the exact reason why I cheer for them, because people hate them.
Yeah.
When it comes to most sports team, I take the position of the contrarian. I'm like, oh, you love them? Oh, I'm gonna hate them then. Oh, you hate them? Oh, I'm gonna love them then.
Oh my Lord, that sounds something like you would do.
Speaking of your Lord, how was church today? Speaking of the Lord, how was church today?
It was fine. We had like less than 20 people there. Everybody else is doing on Zoom like I was doing and live on Facebook. So less people just elbowing you trying to get communion, So it was pretty good.
What are they doing? Like, Kaleb, I saw you went unwrapping Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, for old people, they have a lot of energy,
Oh, dang. Well, shoot, the old people of today ain't like the old people of yesteryear. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, when you hit 80, you're probably going to look like you're 20.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
No problem, man. So, I gotta tell you, I look at your resume, I look at all what you got going on, all what you're doing, and I gotta be honest with you. I think to myself, daggone, if only I did all this when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? You 16, right?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like you had done more. You had done more in your 16 years on this earth than a lot of people have done their entire lives. So,
yeah.
What I would like to ask you, man, first of all, is where does the Kaleab Kurtz story start at? Like, where did this whole life thing start for you?
Well, I was born in Africa, Ethiopia, with my two brothers, and my mother and my father came to adopt us, brought us back to America. I've been causing trouble ever since, and my brothers are off to college now, and I one day told my dad I wanted to be in Stranger Things, and I took classes, and he was like, "Oh wow, okay." So we started doing acting thing, and 2 years later, I'm here.
So, okay, so it wasn't like you just sitting your dad down saying, "Hey, Dad, I decided I really want to be an actor." It wasn't that. You just said, "Hey, yo, I want to be in Stranger Things." All right, let's make it happen.
Well, it started from an argument, actually. It started because we were walking. It was downtown. We were walking to go get pizza, and that's when I was in school. When I was in school, I caused a lot of trouble and a lot of stress and headache for my dad. I'm sorry, but we were having an argument. I was like, I could do something in my life. I could be in Stranger Things if I want to, because I was looking up casting calls for that, and I was like, I could really be in there. He was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah, I bet you $100 if I can get into Stranger Things." That's still. So like a couple weeks later, we he signed me up, and the day after we got into Stranger Things, and then I started meeting Matt, I started meeting you, and I got an agent, and then all this started happening again.
So basically, your acting career started off of a bet.
Yeah, basically started off with a bet saying I bet I can be in Stranger Things.
And the great thing about that is how many of us bet on ourselves. No matter what degree of the bet, how many of us bet on ourselves? How many of us say, you know what, I bet you I could do this, or we bet to ourselves, hey, you can do this. So tell me this. Excuse me. What is it about Stranger Things that really pulled you in, that really allured, that really appealed to you?
Let's see. Well, I liked the story a lot. It was a TV show that didn't have people. It didn't have drama queens. It didn't have people, just screaming and yelling at each other. It actually made sense, and I really liked how it was a good story. And basically, I was like, man, I'd really love to be on there. And at the time, I didn't know extras, such things existed. So I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna be on that thing, but it'd be really, really cool. And that was basically it. I really liked the story, how the Duffer Brothers constructed it into a really good story.
So the story is what pulled you in.
Hmm.
How inspirational is the style of that story? How inspirational is it to you as you construct your own narratives, which we'll get into in a little bit?
Like for Into the Shadows, here's a fact if you start writing, if you're gonna start script writing, here's a good fact. Don't script write watching one of your favorite shows, because without noticing, you will write that into your script, and you won't notice that until someone reads it out loud. There's a little idea and a fact you'd really want to follow. But it really struck on to me without even really noticing from my other scripts. I was like, because when I was reading it felt like a story. And then Matt and my father started reading it aloud, and then you started reading it out loud. I was like, oh my god, it is like Stranger Things. Cool, it wasn't bad. It's not like I copied off of some movie that no one really even heard of. So, but it fit in the story, and it sounded really good. And I was like, you know what? I'll keep it in there, because going back and having to redo all of that, it would have just, me at 14, I was super lazy. So I was like, oh God, no, I don't know. Just, it works with the story. It's really good. It's pretty scary. I'm pretty sure people love it. Just keep it in there, just, I was really lazy.
Well, I'll tell you this. I was watching Into the Shadows. I think I was watching like the third episode. The third episode when y'all were talking about spoiler alert, when y'all were talking about the 5 paths, right?
Yeah.
And I was into it, and then I heard my phone go off, and it made me flinch a little bit. I'm like, oh dang, I'm into this.
Well, thank
So,
you.
oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, tell me this. Tell me this. When I saw Unwrapping Christmas, right?
Yeah.
I saw you run up in there. You had your costume on. It was a very like environment, right?
It was about yeah. We shot in Kitty Hawk, and the size of it was like, it's probably the size of, let's see, probably three of the green, like, downtown, the field.
Yeah.
It's like three of those mashed together. It was pretty big, and pretty cold.
Oh dang, y'all didn't even look cold, but hey, that's acting, right? But
That is that.
But yo, I looked at that scene and it looked like really, really, really biblical. Like if anybody's going to make a biblical narrative, boom. I mean that's one way. That's that scene in itself. Uh, kind of like took biblical stories that I know of and dramatized it on visually, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you come from with that scene? Like, how'd you put your character together with that scene? I mean, how'd you put your character together for that for that particular film?
Well, the director Matthew, he was he's a big Jesus guy. He gave a lot of backstory about the story and the characters because he's also the script writer with this other guy. I'm so sorry I don't remember your name, other dude. But yeah, but he was also a script writer. He told me everything about it, and he told me what the character's doing here. And he said it's basically like the three ghosts of like the past and how I'm one of them. And how I'm just really trying to convince this guy you need to go down the right path, otherwise, you'll go down my path, and look where I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the desert here, where it sucks. So I really took that narrative of getting him into the right position, because the kid was younger. He was like I think he was 14, yeah. So he was 2 years younger than me. So I had to help him out a little bit, but I basically just base my character on getting this kid to the right path instead of going down where I went. So that really helped me. So thank you, Matthew.
Did you by any chance pull? Did you by any chance pull from any personal experiences? Utilize any acting devices in that?
No, not really. I haven't had like a personal experience like that before. But no,
And you will not. I hope you will not.
Thank you.
No problem, man. So yo, let's rewind a little bit. So, okay, so you're adopted kid from Ethiopia. Shout out to Ethiopia. When I think Ethiopia, first person I think of, you're the second person. First person I think of is Haile Selassie. Let's see, and I think about the scripture that Marcus Garvey mentions, where it says sons will come from Ethiopia, something like that. Oh boy, it escapes me at the moment. Anywho,
Okay.
what was your if you don't mind me asking, what was your upbringing like? Regular Greensboro?
My father's a really good father. Huh?
I was about to say your regular Greensboro upbringing.
Yeah, well, we lived in New Mexico for a little bit until it was like maybe a couple years, like until I was 3, because I was adopted at 1. So oh man, I wish I remember New Mexico, but I grew up in New Mexico with my brothers and my dad and my mother, and they're really good parents. And my father, who's been helping me out with all this, he's been he's been really helping me out with all this acting stuff. And my mother, who's been she's been helping me out with some things too. And when we moved down to Greensboro, it was really cool at first. And now that I'm older, some of my friends who've moved from like Atlanta, New York to here, I was like, why move here? There's nothing to do down here. No, I'd so rather live in Atlanta. And they go like, ah, man, no, Atlanta is so much more chaotic, but here it's peaceful. I was like, oh God, I need some chaotic in my life, Just get me just get me going,
Now. When you talk about you want some chaotic in your life, you talking good chaotic or bad chaotic? What type of chaos? What type of chaos you want?
How you, if you since you live here too, how you live here and you barely see anything. You go downtown, you see like 10 people at the most, and then you go back and you can literally walk from one side of the city to the other, and that's kind of weird. But the first time I went to Atlanta, it was like I saw a mirror, like a unicorn. You hear about it a lot, but you never see it unless you see it on video. But when I went there, it was so cool because you see construction guys, you can see a fireman, you can see a policeman. You see so many different colors in this city. But here it's just it's just 10 people at the most you see. it's peaceful at sometimes, but I like to live in a big city since he's been living in a big city for years, and then he moved here.
Well, I'm pretty sure that once you graduate and you decide, and I'm pretty sure you made the decision that you're going to fully devote yourself to your craft and whatnot. Um, I'm sure that's a conversation that you and your folks can sit down and really have. Now you are pulling your hair right now, which that's one thing that I want to bring. That's one thing I want to bring up. Yo, in every single role I saw you in, I love how you wear your hair just completely natural, right?
Yeah.
That makes me think, yo, I got my hair's locked up right now. I wonder will any directors raise a fuss about that? Kaleb wears his hair natural. Do any directors be like, yo, Kaleb, I need you to cut your hair for this role?
Nah, nobody says that. I mean, some of the, like 70% of the things I've been on, you just wear the clothes you're wearing right now. So they're not really. They've never gone that far to tell you to cut your hair. But I was like in a Hollywood film, I'd be like, oh yeah, you can just do whatever you want to. Just get me in the film.
I'm the same way, I love my locks, but if it's like big budget, Hollywood Broadway stuff, Mr. Quarles, we need you to cut your hair. It's been real. You got me so many women. Go ahead, cut it off.
Oh my god.
I miss my locks. You all are tuning in to ADQ's Renaissance. I am ADQ, and I am chopping it up with my little homie, Kaleab Kurtz, future Academy Award winner right here. Now tell me this. Um, when I again, sometimes when I think about you, I think about myself, and I'm like, yo, what if I would have done this? When I was Kaleb's age, when I was in high school, right?
Yeah.
I had this theater part of me that was aching to get out, right?
Yeah.
But I never let it get out. Instead, I started wearing the Atlanta Braves chain because of the A, and started walking around with my pants sagging. Had braids at the time. I started rapping. I was like, "Yo, on ADQ." I did that. Yeah, I did. Um, how was high school for you? Like, did you embrace theater, or what's high school been like for you so far?
Well, I'm homeschooled because I can't do acting and high school. Well, I am doing both, but my dad makes it a little bit more easier on me. But yeah, my middle school. Oh God, I hate my middle school. I had
We
since
all do.
I hated my middle school because I was stuck in there was two hallways. I think everybody knows this who's gonna watch this. There's the smart hallway, and then there's my hallway, the dumb hallway. And the dumb hallways usually filled with, ghetto kids who sat, ghetto kids. And I used to always get ones on my tests because I people used to think that I was mentally challenged. So they always just stick me with the mentally challenged kids. They need to take their time. I hated that. So to get back on my teachers, I just kept getting ones on everything so I can take a good nap. But I was stuck in the dumb hallway, and the dumb hallway is so dumb, because I had never fit in because, I acted like myself and everybody else tried acting like somebody else, I didn't like any of that. So then near the end of the year, my dad was like, hey, you know what? Do you want to homeschool? I was like, I don't know, because I'd miss some of my friends. And he goes like, you can think about it. So when I heard at the end of the year, everybody's going to get in a fight with everybody's enemy, I was like, okay, there's the last straw. Bye-bye. That's bye school, I'm done. So I'm going to go homeschool. And, it's so much more peaceful homeschooling. You don't have nobody messing with you. You have nobody touching you. It's peaceful, and my dad makes it easier for me.
Yeah, I understand. Like Yo, when I was in school, I was picked on myself, and yo, if I would have fully embraced my inner theater person, I probably would have been picked on twice as much as I was, right? Um,
Yeah,
I actually, it's ironic I say this because I just got hired as an assistant teacher, but I would actually advocate for some level of homeschooling because, see, in the school system, you have to adhere to a syllabus that's put together by the state, right?
yeah,
Homeschool, you got your parents educating you. Your parents are
yeah,
not like trying to handle like 16 other kids in the classroom, right?
yeah, yeah.
So so I advocate for some level of homeschooling.
Yeah, I think homeschool is best. I think homeschool is best for really everyone because homeschool your parents. Some people have a way to think. You need to chew gum to get your brain working. You need to hear music to get your mind working. You got to do things, and the teachers won't let you do that in class, and it will stop you from thinking, and your mind will just be focused on all of that, and it's so much. But your parents, they will let you do what you do, and you will get the good grades because you made soon enough, like my dad said, if you don't give a kid work the whole year, soon enough they're gonna want something to do, and the only thing around they know is to do work. And soon enough they're gonna want to do work. So in embracing that, you're gonna do work your own way. And that's why I think homeschooling is really just the best for a lot of people. It's just so much more easier because your parent knows you. They know what you do. They know how you react to things, and they just know you. Like you said, teaching, you have 16 other students you have to worry about. And in my school, my middle school, they didn't really teach you anything. My God, my Miss Williams, what a wow. She was so mean. She wouldn't like teach us. She just put stuff on the wall and give you like a thick, like this thick of a packet work, and say if you don't get just put all this down, and if you don't finish it, you have to do it for homework. And you couldn't do it for homework because all the stuff there required you to go to a certain place. So we had to go to different fields. We had to go to all this other place. It's teachers don't. Some teachers just don't teach you. They just give you work and hope you pass. And homeschooling is just so much more better for people.
Yeah, see, I hear that, and I feel, and that challenges me as I embark upon my own new educator journey. Like teaching to me, teaching to me is informing you about a certain subject until you know or have some type of retentive knowledge about it, right? Like one day I would like to go into like one day I would like to lead a classroom and teach black history and theater, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to write Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Eldridge Cleaver on the board and give you a little crack baby packet and hope that you retain it. I am going to teach about them and the people who inspire them. but
Exactly. Exactly.
but I'm an A's baby, so I'm just old school with it. Now, yo, tell me this, man. Like, I look at the credits, I see four names that I know very well. I see Matt Ringrose, I see Christopher and Linda Veneris, I see Todd Fisher. Um, they have helped me matriculate into theater here in Greensboro ever since I moved here. Apparently they have been very instrumental to your journey as an artist. How did you get connected with them?
Um. Well, I met Todd at first, but we didn't really meet. I just saw him because I thought he was. This is when I was just really this after I was doing Stranger Things. Because Stranger Things was my first thing, and a couple weeks later, I started taking the classes. Like I said, and I started taking classes, and my first class, I thought Todd was my teacher because he was in the room I was teaching. He goes like, "Oh no, it's somebody else." And then soon enough, Matt walked in, and this was for the summer camp. If you don't know, there was I think there still is. Maybe there's not. I don't know, but there was a summer camp where they allow you movie camp. That's what it's called, movie camp. And they allow you to make a film together, and it takes the whole week. And then by the end of the week, they bring your parents, your friends, and they show you what work you've done. And that's where I met Matt. And Matt was, I don't think Matt liked me at first because remember I was 14. I had a lot of energy, and I still do, but I didn't think he liked me at first. And then the second meeting is when I met.
Like the most likable person one of the most likable people I've ever known.
Yeah, but I don't think he liked me very much. But then I started, doing the classes. That remember when we first met during the class where we were talking about doing the 48-hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's when I really started to got to know Matt, and I started to, work with him, work with you, and we started to get to know each other. And now then we did Into the Shadows, and I'm pretty sure I exploded a part of his brain because it was so much stress on that dude. And Chris. And that's when I first met Chris doing the Into the Shadows. And me and Todd, we got along pretty well because when I was doing the AAL thing, he helped. He used to come and help us, bring drinks and bring snacks and stuff like that. And I started to help him. We started to work with each other, and we got along pretty well, all of us. And then, John Sennett's Pictures took movie stuff off of there. Now all the rights to my things are all to me now. So yeah, we got along very well, all of us.
Well, I just want to provide a picture in your mind for you in regards to Chris Veneris. All right, Chris is like one of the nicest people you ever meet, right?
Yes.
Picture him being big, bad, and punking somebody. That's what he did. That's what he did when we were both in Look Behind. We were both in a film called Look Behind, and my character was a paranoid and schizophrenic and whatnot, and he was a guy at a bar getting a beer, and I kept on looking at him because I was having a moment, I was getting scared, and then Chris just turned around and punked me.
Woo!
After that day we shot, after that day we filmed, he told me that I was casting King, the Shakespearean play, the King Henry the Fourth Part 1, I think, and yeah. I gave him a big hug because I was so happy. Anywho, so Into the Shadows. Let's talk about Into the Shadows.
Okay, let's do it.
The light is beaming on you. See, you gotta get used to that. All you who are watching this on the ADQ YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to monetize off of y'all. So Into the Shadows, how did that come about?
Well, first I wasn't gonna script write it. It was just it was a class Matt made up, and basically Drama Center Pictures that year when I was 14, starting out, they weren't doing anything really. They were only doing certain things. That was like from this year, from like the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and the end of the year. So you have all these gaps in between. They didn't do anything, and Matt wanted to start doing stuff. So I came to one of his classes, and he was like, "So, you got an idea?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, if you come up with an idea, we can help shoot it together." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, like a week later, I came back with an idea, and it was just me and Chris at the time because Matt had to do something. So I told Chris, and Chris was like, "Okay." And then Matt came along, and then the next week, it was me and Matt was like, "Okay, but you're gonna have to write this." Me? I was like, "Me? I'm 14. You expect me to write this?" He was like, "Yeah. Does anybody else see a problem with it?" And it was my dad and Chris in the room, so they were like, "I don't see anything. I don't see any problem with it. Dad's from New York. He doesn't see anything." But he was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to write this." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll write it. So a week later, I came back with like a six. I was really excited. So I was like, I came back with a 60-page script about like this thick. And I was like, oh, and then Chris and Matt was like, this is 60 pages. I was like, it's supposed to be a TV show, right? He goes like, it's 60 pages. It's supposed to be a TV show, right? But it's 60 pages, you know? So we ended up cutting some of it down. We started talking about it, and Davey, who's in the TV show, who plays Steve, he started coming to some meetings too, and he started helping cut some of this off, and then me and him started working together, and we started becoming really good friends, and yeah, we started working, and then soon enough we shot it. Well, first we casted for it, and I didn't think nobody would show up, but it turns out it was like the biggest casting in all of Drama Center Pictures history. There was like a bunch of people there, and it took like almost the entire day to cast people. And so at the end of the day, we picked some people, and then we brought them all here. We shot it in different locations, edited together, and then we got drama. We got the first episode out, and that was the most watched episode in history too. The second one was, and the third one. Soon enough, the whole TV series got really big, and my dad was like, we submit this to some places, we can actually, we can actually get some nominations off this. I was like, okay, it's okay. It's not that good, all right. It's my first thing, all right. Just chill. He was like, no, man, okay, I won't do it. And him being him, he did it, and he submitted to like a couple ones, and we heard back from like 3 of them saying we got a nomination off it. I was like, oh my God, I hate being wrong, but thank you, Father. That was a really good idea. And, we got some nominations off of it, and where I wrote season 2, which we're still trying to figure out where we're going to shoot that now. So that's basically where the whole thing starts, and today where it ends.
So, let me tell you this. The way that you all filmed it is beautiful, because it's like that the attention span of the average person today is more if you're my age, you probably could get a good 3 minutes. Your age group, probably like, I don't know, 40 seconds.
Yeah, about a 30 to a minute. That's about it. That's the first thing. That's why I tell some people, when you're writing, you can't just write a script. You have to give reasons for the audience to keep going with the story. And I work with some people who wrote scripts for me, and I've been in, and I was like, but what helps keep the story keep going? And then I didn't understand it at first, but growing older, I'm getting more mature. I'm starting to realize, that does help make the story go. That's probably the main thing about script writing. You not only make it a good story, but you have to keep the audience entertained. You have to keep them going, give them a reason why I should keep watching the next 30 minutes of this movie or film or TV show or movie or film.
Yeah, like I like how each episode does not exceed 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, you're right, because there are times when I would see plays and films, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you how I watch stuff. Depending on my interest level, right?
All right, let's hear this. Let's hear it.
I'm like, okay, this is gonna start off with a bang. Now I'm probably gonna get like an hour of some filler type stuff. That's not gonna be a bang. It's kind of like, let's kind of like smoke leading up to the next bang, and in the end, it's gonna be a bang, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw my play time. Thank you for coming to see that, by the way.
Hey.
What I want to do is keep that banging the entire time.
Yeah, your play was really good because not only it gave a reason for people to keep watching it, but it also kept them entertained. It kept them going like, oh God, oh no, oh God, what is he gonna do? Don't pick up what I think you're about to pick up. Oh Jesus, he picked it up. Oh God, oh God. You kept them entertained. You kept them going. You kept them going like, oh God, oh Jesus, don't do what I think you're gonna do, and you do it. You not only read them, but you make them feel what you're gonna do.
Thank you. I want you all who are watching and hearing this to know I did not pay Kaleb any money to say that.
No, 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 you didn't. No, you didn't.
But thank you, man. I appreciate that. But to me that's the key to good writing, maintaining the interest, the entire time, right? Yeah. Not like, oh, it's gonna bang at first, it's gonna pop at first, it's gonna be full of stuff throughout the entire time until the end. No, yeah. Keep them locked in the entire time, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Into the Shadows, when I go back to Goosebumps type stories, I've honestly never seen Stranger Things, but I have seen episodes of Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I do, it does kind of feel like that. Because a newspaper guy I did an interview with, he also said it felt like that. I felt like it felt like it a little bit. It felt like Stephen King's a little bit it.
Yeah, cause y'all tying the kid up, man. Sheesh. So one thing I really like about the first episode is if you go to the lunch scene, if you look really, really deep into the background, you're gonna see a familiar face. Hey man, shoot, I was like, yo, gotta support the young brother. When I found out that you was writing stuff and whatnot, I was like, yo, I'm proud of this brother. Look,
yeah, you showed up to say. I was like, because it was in the classroom scene where I saw Adrian. I was like, I walked in, Adrian was like, has feet up on the desk. He was like, hey man. I was like, oh Jesus, hey, how's it going? What are you doing here? I'm in the movie. I'm in the TV show. I was like, all right, okay. All right, somebody contact you here. I'll have to see who that was, but yeah, all right.
Hey man, I saw what y'all were doing and what you got going on, and I was really proud and stuff. I still am proud because writing a play is one thing, it's his own monster. But putting together a daggone TV show with all of them extras, you know what I'm saying? Well, all of us extras, and just keeping us dialed into the story and stuff. That takes a piece of mastery right there.
Oh, thank you.
Now tell me this: what is your vision for Into the Shadows?
For what?
For Into the Shadows, what do you want to do with it? Like, where do you see it going?
Well, I have this some people from different countries apparently saw it and they want to talk to me about it. So my dad, he's talking to them back and forth. They're trying to like, can you sell this to us, because some people here really like it. So we're thinking about maybe giving some part of them, like, sending them. They'll, we're talking it out right now. TSM Enterprises wants to make a screening platform, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna want, since one of the people in charge, Sydney, who plays Amanda. I knew that, Amanda. Turns out I think they're gonna want that. They're gonna want Into the Shadows on the screening platform, so we're gonna have to talk to them about that. Basically, I'm just trying to just get it out there. I'm talking to some people right now to get it out there.
Praise God, man. Praise God. Shoot. I'm gonna tell you this though. Yeah. Mind if I throw a little wisdom your way from OG to young G? All right. So recently Lil Wayne sold his masters, right?
Yeah.
And got $100 million for it. I tell this is why I'm bringing this up, because Into the Shadows is your baby, right? That's something that's going to be something big that you can monetize off of for the rest of your life. Well, to any musician, that's what their masters is their whole body of work.
Yeah.
Into the Shadows is going to be your project. It's going to be, I hate to make this comparison, but it's going to be to you what Madea is to Tyler Perry. You say Into the Shadows, you're going to think Kaleab Kurtz. You think Madea, you're going to think Tyler Perry. You think Tom Sawyer, you're going to think Mark Twain. You think of some of the greatest writings about Pittsburgh, you're going to think August Wilson. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Don't ever give up Into the Shadows. That's gonna be your that's your thing. That's going to take you from sleepy, boring Greensboro to the highest of the heights.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Here's another comparison. What Rocky was to Sylvester Stallone.
Nailed it. Right there. Nailed it right there.
The sad thing is Sylvester Stallone doesn't own the Rocky franchise anymore.
No.
And they're still cranking out Rocky. Like Michael B. Jordan is about to be directing Creed 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
Creed 3 is based off of Apollo Creed, who is a Rocky character. Therefore, Sylvester Stallone has a stake in that. But they could do Creed 3 and he not even making a penny from it because he doesn't own it anymore.
Nope, he doesn't own it anymore. You know, when you sell it to a big studio, you own some of it, but most of it, like what happened to Drama Center Pictures, when I sold Into the Shadows, I own some of it, but whoever you sell it to, they own like 80% of it, and you own like the little 20. So unless that studio like goes away or just runs out of money and is gone, then all the stuff comes to you. But like what happened to Rocky, you know, he has 20% of it, and now I guess it's gone. So he doesn't make any money off of it.
Exactly. And now, when someone plays Lil Wayne's music, he ain't gonna get paid off of it.
Nope.
Prince refused to collaborate with Nas until he said he will collaborate with him when he owns his masters. So yeah, that's just a little ownership tidbit that I'm on these days. Now tell me this, as an actor, I want to ask you this, as an actor and as a writer. As an actor, who do you look at? Who influences you?
Tom Hanks. He really influenced me. He's really good.
What you call starting at the top, bro.
Yep, that's Tom the guy. Right there.
What's your favorite Tom Hanks movie?
I don't know. I grew up with Toy Story. That's why I didn't know who Tom Hanks was. I don't know. I like Big. I think maybe Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's also one of those guys who's up there who really influenced me, you know. So yeah, Catch Me If You Can. Oh, and Christopher Walken was also in there.
My favorite Tom Hanks movie will forever be Forrest Gump.
Oh, I forgot Forrest Gump. I forgot it.
I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, you said Toy Story and Catch Me If You Can. I was just saying to myself, he's 16. He's 16. There are lots of Tom Hanks classics that Kaleb needs to discover.
I like Big. Big's a classic. Moneyball. No, that's not what it's called. Money Pit. That's what it's called. Money Pit. That's a pretty good one. I like.
But then you got Philadelphia. That's around time.
Philadelphia. Jeez, how am I forgetting this? The one with Denzel Washington, right?
Yeah, that's around the time when Tom Hanks was starting to transition from comedic actor to more dramatic.
Yeah.
He killed it as Mr. Rogers.
Jeez, Mr. Rogers. I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen Philadelphia yet either, but I've also seen there's two other ones where he plays a guy he plays a professor who works on Jesus. You know, these people who try to kill him. He helps this woman find out who she really is, and it turns. Oh, now I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. But
The Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. That's what it was. Da Vinci Code. Yeah.
Yeah. When I first heard about that, I was like, yo, well, you know, I just remember there was so much controversy about the Da Vinci Code when it first came out, but you know, who cares about controversy? People talk. So, Tom Hanks, who else inspires you?
Let's see.
Yeah, I would say, who would you say that you kind of like pattern yourself after as an actor?
Like when the person's gone, who's gonna take over?
More like, yo, he did this, he or she did this, let me do this, or he or she does this before they go on stage, let me do that, you know, stuff like that.
Probably Dan Aykroyd. You know, he's a writer, he's a screenwriter, he's also an actor, producer. You know, he's really good at what he does. You know.
Dan Aykroyd created Ghostbusters with Harold Ramis.
Yeah, Harold Ramis. That same here, same there. Bill Murray. You know that. You know, all good.
Dan Aykroyd also, yo,
Brother Blue.
Dan Aykroyd is like very unsung because check this out. I'm gonna name 3 performances from him that I love, right? Okay, there's Ghostbusters, right? I love how he stood toe to toe with Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. Had me laughing my behind off the entire time. Yeah. Then made me cry in My Girl, man.
I haven't seen that one. I gotta see that, so I'll put it over here.
If you're, what's your astrological sign, Caleb?
Huh?
What's your astrological sign? Like, I'm a Virgo. Where are you?
I do not know.
Oh, yeah. All right. Don't follow that stuff. Anyway, if you are like the sensitive type, My Girl will make you cry. So, laughing at behind Trading Places, dancing Blues Brothers, crying in My Girl, and we're back to dancing. Chadwick Boseman, you know, R.I.P. to the legend. As great as he is, which he's great, he did his thing and get on up when he played James Brown. I was just gonna say Dan Aykroyd was there. Boom.
That's 2. I mean, 3. There you go.
I was just saying get on up because Dan Aykroyd was there.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd was wasn't he the manager?
I think so.
Yeah, I've seen clips from that film. Yeah, seemed really good.
Chadwick Boseman was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. Personally, everybody, he gets all this love and credit for Black Panther, but you watch Get On Up, you watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. You know, he did his thing in Black Panther, but Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Get On Up, he did better acting wise. My opinion.
People say he should get an Oscar this year for the role he just did.
Bruh, after I saw Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I was so mad at him for dying. You know what I'm saying? Like he had me just completely in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang it, man. He was like, it's like he knew this would be his last performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was also thinking, and he was suffering from colon cancer this entire time. People have said that he was in hardcore pain while filming Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
You know, to do acting and to do all this other stuff while you have that and you know you have that, it's just that takes a lot of guts. That takes a lot of what you got right here and what you got right here, the heart. You got a lot of that right there, man. That takes a lot
Yeah, it
to
really
do.
does. Hey, Kaleb has frozen.
That frozen? Am I good? Hello? Am I good? Adrian, can you see me? Hello, Adrian.